Hello, my name is EDGAR Duarte Forero, and I am a student of the Doctorate of Engineering, Industry and Organizations here at Universidad Nacional de Colombia. In this presentation, I will bring a brief explanation of my research project, which is titled Network Design Problem for Healthcare Systems with Equity in Access Criteria. This research project is being directed by Professor Gustavo Bula. In this presentation, we will go through the following agenda. We will begin with an introduction, then we will go on the research problem. After that, we will see the objectives and methodology, and we will end up with the preliminary results and conclusions. It must be taken into account that this agenda and this presentation is based on the research poster that you can see on the slide. Regarding the introduction, this research project deals with the problem of the design of healthcare networks. A healthcare network is composed by servers and patients. Servers such as physicians, hospitals, clinics, laboratories, and so on. A decision maker must take into account different criteria to design an effective and efficient healthcare network. One of the main criteria is about accessibility. The healthcare network must bring equality in access for the most of the people. From this point of view, accessibility must be defined. And we can see a definition. Accessibility is the amount and diversity of places that can be reached within a given travel time. So, we are aiming to develop a study that may see the impact of network configuration on the potential spatial accessibility of patients and providers within a healthcare network. Regarding the research problem, in this figure you can see that as a healthcare network, the integral healthcare network concept is composed by a logistics sphere and a quality of service sphere. Regarding the logistics one, you can see that there are four main topics or four main criteria: accessibility, the opportunity, the continuity, and the equity. All those criteria must be improved simultaneously, and at the same time, decision makers must take into account the cost of operation of a healthcare network. That's why we say that there are conflicting objectives in the problem of healthcare network design. As an objective in this research, we are aiming to develop a mathematical model that may be helpful for decision makers in the process of designing healthcare networks. This mathematical model must include different criteria such as accessibility, equity, congestion, continuity, and so on. And in order to achieve this objective, we are using the methodology that you can see in the slide. We will begin with a problem situation. We have developed a conceptual model, and we are constructing a scientific model with help or based on the multi-objective optimization models approach. We will try to solve, or we will solve this scientific model with semi-heuristics and meta-heuristics, and with the solution we're going to bring a feedback for the conceptual model and to apply it with real data. The preliminary results of this research are as follows. Firstly, we have achieved a literature review that has brought us a wider scope of the different measures of accessibility in the literature, not only from engineering, but also from geography. Some topics such as two steps, facility catchment areas, gravity models, and so on has been used, and we are going to use them or to apply them in our model. Secondly, we have developed a first mathematical model, a mixed integer programming model, and we can see in the figure four results of this model based on random instances. In each graph, you can see a design of a healthcare network with the red dots as servers and the blue dots as demand points, and the size of each dot represents the amount of demand or supply, and the arcs or links between the dots represent the flow of patients from demand points to servers. You can see that the topology or the configuration of the network changes depending on the servers. Each graph represents one specific service. So in service 1, you can see that there are different sizes in the links than in the graph for service 2, 3, or 4. So it means, preliminary, that that the design or the configuration of a healthcare network varies not only depending on the definition of places of services or servers, but also on the type of service that is needed. So we must include in this model more criteria in order to get a wider scope and a better insight of the possibilities in the design of healthcare networks. This mathematical model has been solved by using Groby and specific linearization of constraints. Finally, I will show you the selected bibliography, where, as I mentioned before, there are some authors, not only from engineering, but also from geography. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your attention. In this slide, you can see my email if you may have some comments or some contributions for this research process. Thanks so much.